there, this is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 21 Ultimate Team video. We got an episode of MUT Mailbag for you guys dropping right now. Well, obviously, because you clicked it and you're watching it, you knew what it was. This is a series where I answer all of your community questions. So we put out a post last night before yesterday's video, asked you guys to submit your questions, and we got over 40 questions. Now I'm gonna apologize in advance because I'm pretty confident I won't be able to answer them all. If I don't get to yours, don't take it personal. We're gonna do another one of these episodes next week, so save your questions. Things could change, new promos could come out, the market could shift, so you guys might have additional questions or questions that you want to rewrite, whatever. You get the point. Let's get into it, because again, we got a lot to go over, and thank you to everybody that submitted questions for this series. So here we go. First question, can we expect a golden ticket Lamar? Sorry if I sound biased, but I am, because I love the channel. Well, I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't sound biased if you love my channel. I don't know. Thank you so much. This question is, I mean, it's a possibility, right? Golden ticket Lamar. Lamar is one of the beloved players in MUT. My whole thing with golden tickets is I hope we don't see a lot of players that already have really good cards. Like, we want the guys who EA is not going to give a good upgrade to, the guys who have really good physical features, like tall guys, you know, faster guys. So if I had to coin flip it, right, if I had to say yes or no, I'm going to say yes. Golden ticket Lamar is probably somebody or something that I could see happening. Do you think the MUT season is too long? I mean, by the time the good cards everyone wants to release, Weekend League and MUT is pretty much shutting down. I kind of wish the 99s come out, say, somewhere around early April or something. That way we at least can enjoy playing with the high-end cards for a while. So that is a really good question, but I'm going to say this. I feel like with chemistry boosts, we've had 99 cards and really good cards, endgame cards, about a month ago. So I think the pacing of the overalls was pretty good this year. I almost thought that they started making cards too good too early. I think it happened when we jumped from like 94 to 95 to 96 overall 50 cards. If you guys remember that, we had 94s for a while. We got like 1 week of 95s, and then they dropped the 96s. It was like Dion, Vic, and I thought, whoa, pump the brakes there, EA. I think the cards are getting too good too early. But I think the pacing of the overalls this year was actually on point. Next question from Adam. What do you think about EA putting out 98 UL cards when they already have team captains? And also Adam says to use code POP backwards, which I absolutely agree. Giving the team captains Ultimate Legend cards is just a waste of a card. We've gotten Eddie George so far, and we got Aeneas Williams. More than likely, McCaffrey and Glover are going to get them too, and I honestly think it's a waste of giving them a card. There's just no point. Now, I know it can benefit a very small portion of the MUT community who might want to use their team captain somewhere else, and then they get, you know, Eddie George because they're running a theme team or something. But at the end of the day, I just think it's just not useful, right? There's so many other names that should get and could get 98 overall Ultimate Legends, not cards that basically are already 99 overalls. Kenny, my guy Kenny says, any chance you bring back the Struggle Squad series? I definitely failed fans of Struggle Squad this year. I don't think it's going to come back. I will say it's a 20% chance, right? 80% no, 20% yes. We'll see what happens. I want to do some fun stuff with gameplay. I know a lot of people are getting bored of the game. I want to create some fun lineups. We're going to be doing theme team battles very soon. I just don't know with my schedule right now and the lack of me being very interested in playing Madden for bringing the Struggle Squad back. We'll see. Also, make sure you guys all give a shout out to Kenny in the comments section, because Kenny sent me this to my P.O. box, and I know it's the little glare there, but shout outs to Kenny for sending me this fire autograph LaShawn McCoy card, a Prism card. Thank you, Kenny, and thank you for submitting your question. Let's keep on going. Do you think we will ever get an Aaron Rodgers Madden cover asking for a friend? I'm going to say no. I think he's a little bit too old for that. He's not as marketable as probably some of the younger guys, and I'm sure that's what EA looks out for. You know, he did win the MVP last year, so it's a possibility, but I would just say no. You're a GOAT, Pop. Appreciate all your help in your videos. Use code POP. Well, thank you, Stealth. I agree. And shout outs to everybody that continues to use code POP. So, did the Rivalz promo just die, or are they going to make us play a million solos? So, if you missed the information, Rivalz is done. They announced this many months ago that they had no plans to continue Rivalz, which is a little bit sad because I know there's a lot of grinders out there that enjoy the things like that. and they gave up on it very early. I mean, I think they gave up on Rivalz quicker than I gave up on Struggle Squad, if we're being honest. There's supposed to be some type of way to trade in the Rivalz badges that you could get to earn something else. More information is supposed to be coming on that. I don't know when. Hey Pop, love what you're doing. Thank you. Do you think we'll get a promo for Movers? I don't know. I think it would be fire. Like a Movers promo, and some of the names he mentioned, Goff and Stafford getting traded for each other, Wentz going to the Colts. There's a lot of other big moves that happen out there. I would love to see a Movers program, but correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think that we've really seen Movers in a while. I know one year we got like a 99 Antonio Brown, and it was a 99, was it DeAndre Hopkins? And they were like, it was OBJ, my bad. So 99 OBJ, and they treated it like a special edition Movers, and I think that was 2 years ago. We haven't really seen Movers come back, which is a shame because, to be honest, I would like just Movers and free agency to be one combined promo, and I think that would be cool. Jason says, thoughts on a draft promo? By the way, keep up the dope vids. Thank you, man. Draft promo, the only thoughts I have right now, if I look at my calendar, and I talked about this in yesterday's video, I would expect it to either start this Friday or next Friday. Or next week. I think next week is more likely. I went back and looked at Madden 20 and kind of looked at the draft promo for Madden 20, and they gave 32 draft players cards, and I hope they do that again. I would love to see the same format, less collectibles, but if they bring them back, it is what it is. But I would love to see them do the same format they did for MUT 20. Hopefully we get some information either this week, on Wednesday or Thursday GMM, or definitely next week. We'll find out when the draft promo's coming, but I'm looking forward to it. How many total accounts do you use to support your main account that you use for your vids? So I don't know what that question is actually asking, because I don't have any accounts that support my main account. I have 4 accounts, but none of them support each other because that's against terms of service. And we don't do that over there. We don't want to lose code pop, so we're not going to break the rules, right? But I have my Struggle Squad account, which I don't touch much anymore. I have my main account. I have my No Money Spent account. And I do have an Xbox account, which I'm starting to build an All Eagles squad on that account as well. So I can play other people who have other theme teams on both consoles. And my Eagles squad on PlayStation is also on my main account, but none of them support each other. Do you think they will put golden tickets in the training variety pack? I hope so. I don't know. If I had to say yes or no, I'm going to say yes. EA is going to do the right thing. And if they do, if they announce that it's going to happen, maybe we get that information this week. I think you see training go back up. I'm preparing for it just in case. How's it going, Pop? Now that we're winding down on the Madden 21, when do you think Madden 22 will release? Do you predict that it'll be like Madden 19 and come out late July, or in mid-late August like most previous releases? So I think with COVID and them working from home, I think they might have kind of a routine down here. Like last year, COVID and the work from home and being, out of office, I think it really slowed down MUT content, and I think that's why we got hurt last year. This year, they seem to be on the ball. As far as making an entire game from home, I don't know about that. I'm going to guess it's August. I don't think we'll see it released in July. Hopefully, we get some information on that soon. But if I had to guess, I'm going to say August. What do you think would happen if someone chose to make Golden Ticket player who was already slated to get a 99 overall card? Would EA deny them? So I know, like in their disclaimers and whatnot, they do say they reserve the right to say no to any card, but I don't think they'll say no if it's a guy they already slated to get a 99. We know Michael Vick's going to get a 99 Ultimate Legend this year. We probably are going to get a Golden Ticket Michael Vick because he's a fan favorite. It happened last year. It's going to happen again. We're going to get some legends that are going to get golden tickets that EA is going to give an ultimate legend to eventually that will also be a 99. It won't be as good, but it'll still be a good card, but they're not going to deny anybody for that. I know Barry Sanders, Sam Mills, Andrew Johnson, I think he meant Andre Johnson, team captain, JJ Watt, and Dak get all team chems. Are any other players that get all team chems? No, that is the short answer. There are none out there, and I wouldn't expect any more to happen. I mean, it's a possibility, but you pretty much got them all. Do you think Team Masters will be like Team MVPs from last year? I think the overalls should increase 1 to 2 overalls, listed below. Yeah, I do think Team Masters are probably going to be 98 overalls, and I think they're going to have a power-up making them 99s. It could potentially kind of replace positional heroes, but instead, in every position getting a 99, we're seeing every team get a 99. My wonder is, are we going to see, you know, like an offense and a defensive team master for each team? That's what I would really love to see. But yeah, they're definitely going to be over 97 overall, in my opinion. Who do you think will get snubbed for the 98-99 overall upgrades? It's a ton of cards that need endgame upgrades. Freeney, Mathis, Walter Jones. So I got you there. That's too hard for me to pick. What I really hope EA does, and they did a great job, you know, lacking content last year for sure. We can all agree with that. But the power-up expansion program last year was on the money, and I think these type of players could get addressed from a power-up expansion. The earlier they start it, the better. I think it's, you know, I've never designed a MUT card. I'm not in game development, so I don't know if this is even true. But I think the fact that they did power-up expansions last year made it probably easier for them, because instead of creating a new card, testing a new card, releasing a new card, they just changed everybody's power-ups to max out to 99, and I think that would be a great way to, you know, address a bunch of players who should get upgrades. And I really hope that they do it, and I really hope they do it soon. Do you think Shady or maybe Miles Sanders will get another upgrade this year? Shady, I would probably say no. Miles, yes. I think Miles Sanders gets one more upgrade. My biggest hope is that LaShawn McCoy gets a power-up at some point this year, but, you know, those chances are getting slimmer by the week. Do you change your zone drops? And if so, do they really matter? Yes, they do. So, for the most part, I kind of globally put my heart or my flats at 0 because a lot of people run table routes there, and I just like to protect from that. But you also want to make sure you adjust based on the tendencies of your opponent. Curl flats, I like to put somewhere between 20 and 15, 15 and 25, somewhere around there. I tend to find that those with purple routes, for whatever reason, help better on crossings, deep crossers, and then my hooks, I usually put it about 10 yards, but I adjust those based on my opponent's tendencies. But yes, they absolutely matter, and I think it was a great feature to Madden 21 gameplay this year. I've been trying to find pointers on defensive substitutions, haven't found anything yet. I'm really clueless at how best to use them. Any suggestions? Scott, I would need to be a little more specific on there. Just as far as defensive substitutions, I like to do it by like formation. So I run a lot of big nickel over G, and when I get to big nickel over G, I just hit R1 or it's right trigger or no, right bumper on Xbox, and it allows you to switch each position. And also with that, you can actually put in 2 safeties at linebacker. So that's why I run 4 safeties on the field. 2 up top, 2 at linebacker, but I would need a little more specifics on what you're trying to do or what you're looking for. I just started playing a few weeks ago. Tips on how to gain overall fast. Well, it's a good thing I just put out a video on how to, oh no, you're asking how to get your overall better. I mean, you got to play a bunch of solos, grind the game like crazy, watch my videos. There's, you know, there's just not a lot of ways right now. There's no guaranteed coin making tips. There's pretty much just flipping and working the market. Watch my Saturday videos when I go over that type of stuff. Level up, you know, make sure you level up because you get a lot of free rewards there. And play all of these. So there's so many solos EA gives us that give us free rewards. You got to knock those out. It's going to be a grind starting this late, but that's the best you can do. What is the best all-around defense for the pass and the run? I'm no pro player. I'm, you know, borderline above mediocre. So I run big nickel over G, but I would probably say go with the meta nickel 3-3-5 wide. That's what everybody runs. It seems to be pretty good against most things. Google it, YouTube it, but yeah, it's going to be 3-3-5 wide. That's the overpowered meta this year. Do you think it's worth 1 overall to power up really anyone at the moment? There's already coming up to 99, blue 99. I'm not even going to finish the rest of the question, but I know what you're saying here. So at this point in the year, yes, it is, because training is really, really cheap, and it's only going to get cheaper. But in the beginning of the year, the middle of the year, sometimes it's not worth it to power up. Like, you know, I'll show you my team here, and even with my really, really good team here, I've still kind of neglected to power up all of my offensive line because it's to a point where, is it really worth it? But I want to also get a 99 overall team eventually, so I'm going to need to. But training is so cheap right now, and again, it's only going to get cheaper. I would say yes, but my philosophy throughout most of the year was, no, I'm not powering up cards. It's a coin sink. It's a training sink. It's just not worth it. I only like to really power up the guys that I know are going to stay on my team for a very long time. But if we're talking 98 overalls with a power up, you might as well get that gold 99. It just looks nicer and training's a lot cheaper, so I personally would do it. What kind of reward are we getting for the Rivalz solos that are returning? Well, the solos, we talked about this earlier in the video. Rivalz aren't returning. As far as the reward, I would expect it to be kind of minimal, but I really don't know what they're going to give us for those completion tokens. I'm running a hybrid Ravens, Giants, Bears, and Bills team. Well, that's a lot of teams. So I got rid of my Bo Jackson, which leaves me with Eddie George, team captain, Fritz Pollard, and Barkley. Do I go for Herschel Walker and hope Barkley gets an upgrade? So Herschel's a really good card. I would recommend him if you want him. He's, like a Bo Jackson. He trucks people. He breaks tackles. He's pretty solid receiving. And yes, I do think Saquon Barkley gets one more upgrade. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a golden ticket. I love your videos. First time playing Madden and MUT 21. Question is, what happens to MUT once MUT 22 comes out? Will I still be able to play solo challenges, solo games and challenges? Yes, but there's not going to be anything new, right? So you're just going to be playing old solos, and I would think eventually you're going to run out of solos to play if you play a lot of solos. Servers will still be open for head-to-head seasons, but there won't be any weekend league. I mean, basically you can still play the game, but you're not going to get any new content. The player base is going to be very, very small, and everybody's going to move on to Madden 22. Why isn't there weather games in MUT 21 or solo battles? It's always perfect weather. Would like to have weather games against other comp. So I don't think I would be a fan of weather games in a competitive game mode. I would like the game to be decided by skill in a competitive game mode. In a weird weather game that can alter that skill, I mean, we already have RNG in the game, right? But a weather that would kind of predict or change things even more, I'm not a fan. Now, as far as weather and solos, I mean, I'm all for it. They've done solos with snow before. I don't think they really do rain, unfortunately, but I would like it in solos to change things up, not in competitive mode. If you got a golden ticket, what Eagles player would you do? I would do Harold Carmichael. So there's a lot of talk about Carmichael getting a golden ticket because he's like 6'8" and he's naturally already kind of fast. And I got a feeling he's going to get a card. If I personally would have gotten a golden ticket, it's very tough. I probably would have went with LaShawn McCoy or Miles Sanders, maybe a running back. And here's my third crazy option, right? Because you know it would be an Eagle player. My third, well, here's three for real. Donovan McNabb, because he's my favorite player of all time. But my fourth crazy option here is like an Andre Dillard, or a left tackle. Because that's the one thing the Eagles team is missing is a left tackle. Our best card right now is an 84 overall. So I'm jokingly saying that's probably what I would have done, but I don't know. At this point, it would have been a running back or Donovan McNabb. When will power-ups return? Hopefully tomorrow. At the time that I'm recording this, it's, before EA's normal Tuesday night announcement, so I don't know, but I would really love to see more power-ups come out tomorrow. They've been alternating every Wednesday, like it's veterans power-ups, heavyweights power-ups. So will they keep that rotation? I don't know. Will there be another episode of Struggle Squad? We answered that earlier. Would Mitchell Trubisky be a good golden ticket? He actually wouldn't be bad because he's got speed. You could put whatever archetype on quarterbacks with golden tickets, so it's going to make those abilities affordable if somebody created him right. He wouldn't be a bad option. I mean, I wouldn't use him, but he wouldn't be a bad option. Who do you believe is the best wide receiver in the league? I say it's between D-Hop and Adams, but it has to be D-Hop because I'm from Arizona. So last year was Devontae Adams without a doubt, and the year before that it was DeAndre Hopkins. If I had to pick one of the two, I'm going to say DeAndre Hopkins, but based off the most recent season, Devontae Adams. Who is the best golden ticket someone could make? 99 overall Vic with the right abilities is probably going to be the most glitchy card because ability points are expensive in some areas on a card like Vic. So if they did the right, abilities and the right ability slots with the right archetypes, it could make a Vic very good and be very cheap where you could use your ability points elsewhere. Could you do some team reviews, please? So I don't know if you're asking, can I review your MUT team? That's something I tend to do on my Twitch channel. So if you come over to the Twitch channel and you earn enough channel points, I'll review your team. Maybe that's something I'd be willing to do for a video. I guess we'll talk about that. My guy Kenny says, who would you pick if you pulled a golden ticket? So we kind of answered that one a moment ago. And the last question, because this video is running a lot longer than I thought it would, you think bring the heat with the content MLB coming? Okay, so basically he's saying, do you think EA is going to give us really, really good content because MLB The Show's coming out Friday? And I think yes. I think we see some Fire Ultimate Legends. I think we see 99 overall Ultimate Legends. And hopefully on Friday we see these Team Masters or the draft promo But yes, historically EA has done this, and I hope that they do it again. Guys, I'm so sorry if I didn't answer your question. I got to many as I could in about a 20-minute plus video, but thank you for submitting them. We'll do another one of these tomorrow, so save your, not tomorrow, but next week. So save your questions for the next episode. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.